First question, who are you?
So like tell me about yourself, kind of. I'm AJ. I'm working on my master's at NJIT. Prior to that, I worked for United Health Group for a couple of years doing systems QA data analyst work, which meant working with a lot of Excel, SQL, writing test cases. I basically help the developers complete the development process, the development lifecycle. Prior to that, I worked as a consultant in finance for JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley. From Brooklyn originally. I've lived in Newark most of my life, and I don't know. That's pretty much it. Yeah.
AJ, where do you see yourself in about 3 to 5 years?
In about 3 to 5 years, hopefully, I'm in a management role. That's sort of the next step. Sort of why I went back to grad school, is just to get those credentials and make myself more qualified. Again, I do want more hands-on experience at first, but eventually, I'd like to become a manager.
AJ, are you planning to stay in Newark, and why would you stay in Newark?
Newark or?
Newark.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All my family lives here. I have a younger sister who's graduating from NJIT this semester as well. I like my house. I like where I live. I like my neighbors. I love it in Newark. Cost of living is a lot better compared to Brooklyn, actually. So I kind of have no choice but to stay here. So yeah.
So when you get a choice, you're gonna leave?
No, and I think there are a lot of opportunities here. Just going forward, like if I bought a house, it would be around Newark. I have family here now. You asked that question because I'm from Brooklyn, right? But I love it in Newark. Like Newark is where I'm gonna spend the rest of my life. I wouldn't be here if I wasn't. Yeah.
What changes would you make to the city of Newark to make it more equitable?
Can you repeat that for me?
Sorry?
Can you repeat that for me?
What changes would you make to the city of Newark?
Oh.
I would like for Newark to hire more, or companies in Newark to hire more Newark residents. I think that's the best way to pull up so the reputation and stereotypes around Newark. I think not hiring Newark residents only feeds into that stereotype because it makes it harder for us to succeed. And so that's the biggest change I would make, is just give people more jobs, give them more opportunities to succeed, and to sort of change the landscape and the stereotype around Newark residents. I didn't learn about 2020 until April, so that means that goes to show you I've been here for a while. And I have cousins who live in like Maplewood, Union, Newark, who had no idea what 2020 was. My sister didn't know about it. She's graduating in May, so I think like what she's saying is advertising or making it more public, making it more known that this program exists would be helpful. I've met a lot of people from that background who don't share the same opinion as that woman. Like I drove for Uber for a while at night, and I pick a lot of Devils fans, a lot of like Belleville residents, a lot of people from outside of Newark, and they always said that their impression of Newark from like what they heard growing up was a lot different to what they experienced like once they actually come here. So a lot of times those things that's someone who's actually never been in Newark, like someone who like just travels through Newark. But the people who actually visit and stay and like interact with other people, they always see that like I wasn't from Newark, and I had the same sort of negative connotation with Newark. But after living here for a while, I was like, it's not as bad as people say. Like there are a lot of nice areas, a lot of nice neighborhoods, a lot of nice people who live here. So yeah.
Okay.
I'd say the same thing. Just growing up where I grew up, I didn't really have someone to look up to as far as someone who's doing what I'm doing. There was no one who kind of showed me the path and said, this is what you need to do to be successful. A lot of people I grew up with aren't sort of where I am now. So I sort of had to create my own path and just have a vision and like stick to it and believe in myself. So that's why I'm not following someone else's path. I don't have someone to look up to. So I'd say I'm my own hero in a way.
Do you work better as an individual or in a team?
I work best as an individual who's like a part of a team. So I work